This is going to be really dangerous with the Monkey King in the lane. Blood Grenade is out. They're going to just be able to run down Noob here. Boundless Strike connects. First one goes away, but the damage turnaround. Omar. Really nicely done. The problem is there's still a ghost.
He will not be able to get away from the ghost. Oh, dude, this is... That illusion despawning just lost the lane. I mean, not like it's not like completely over, but you just took that 2-for-1 trade all because of this ghost. Oh man, you're so salty that that illusion died a fraction of a second too soon.
Yeah, that's a rough one. That
At least bottom going pretty good. Omni Knight farming quite well down here. Axe seriously struggling, like 3 to 5. They're down to creep dragging now. I didn't think it was gonna be this bad.
I think this is literally Batrider. Like Axe can't play into Batrider at all. So GH is doing a really good job at just constantly applying pressure. Boxy will have to go into the snowball here and wait out the napalm charges. It still keeps the stacks on him. And with this one, Boxy.
Oh, nice ice shards, actually.
A really nice ice shards, though, will keep him alive. Wow, good stuff there.
Does mean, though, you are losing creeps onto the tower, and now that you had to go home, it's Ace who has to face the pressure alone. Taking a couple extra tower shots than necessary, though, guys. Okay, he'll get some space back because of that.
He's got a sound.
This ghost is still causing problems for Omar. He's being haunted.
Dude, this ghost is sick. It's such a good creep to get early
still
if you
alive.
can.
Oh, spooky.
I think he's ugly, man. I didn't realize it was that scary.
Now using it to do a pull. Some nice micro from Topher. I was wondering how his Chen was gonna look. So far, so good.
Fork the wave. He's got himself a little hurricane creep here.
The ghost.
Doing a little bit of damage here over towards Noob. That's music to my ears. I love that. Thank you.
Can I get that audio boosted?
This is crank that 500%. Let's go.
Get 2 hurricanes in here. Tornadoes, I guess.
There we
Before
go.
you get sniped. Teleport. That could matter with the 6-minute runes coming up here. You want that available. You might be able to make a play on the map if you realize he has no teleport.
I mean, you pick this offlane Bristleback to try and dominate the lane. For the most part, it's not dominating the lane, but it is at least having a really good time in lane. Much better than the last game. So I think at the moment, NIGMA has to be pretty happy with the state of the game. Nisha, again, kind of forced to go into the jungle for a little bit, farm up a little bit of stacks. Sumail is level 6 on the Dragon Knight. You're not quite level 6 on the Storm Spirit. And he's getting some help from the supports. They're looking for him. Uh-oh, Omar. We saw this last game. They found a dive, or kind of a movement from him behind the tower in the previous game, and Nisha's gonna go in as he gets level 6, tries to find a kill, gets tossed a Lotus, though. He will survive. Dragon Tail out now from Sumail, looking for Tofu. Boxy trying to finish the job onto Omar, diving behind the tower, gets him with the ice shards. He's somewhat tanky. GH a little bit low on mana. He's just gonna walk away.
I thought this was going to be the punish of having no town portal scroll because he was late to this, but still just dives the tower, gets the kill, and gets out. Liquid has been ready for these rotations from Omar, kind of predicting it, you know, like, oh, Nisha's having a rough time, he's going to have to jungle. They're going to know he's going to jungle, they're going to come over, so we're going to go over, and we're actually going to use that kill to help Nisha bounce back, which... He was 7 XP away from hitting level 6 before that power rune. In the end, it didn't matter because they found Omar, but I don't know. Just that's Sumail for you, man. He's like keeping Nisha down twice in a row, or trying to, anyways.
this offlane, this safe lane Omni is having a great time. The omnipresent facet does end up doing a lot of extra damage over the course of the lane, right? It's basically the longer you're inside of his degen aura, the more damage he does to you, and it goes pretty quickly, right? You know, so after only just a few seconds, you're already going to be taking like 20% extra damage from the zero.
Things have slowed down since that power rune, but the next one is coming up here. See who gets lucky on this. It does go top this time, and it's amplified damage for Sumail. Might just use that to farm an ancient stack here.
Yeah. Smart to get these taken care of sooner rather than later. He's going to go for the armlet, so he is actually going to be playing kind of that damage dealer from the mid lane. Like you mentioned, like, you know, you wanted to see, you know, playing around Sumail and then maybe having like a semi carry in the safe lane, which kind of seems like the strategy at the moment, but we'll see where the itemization takes us as the game goes on.
Yeah, if you have this Dragonite who gets an armlet, you put Repel on him for the bonus strength, you put Disseminate on him, I mean, you're insanely tanky. I don't think Liquid would be able to deal with you, especially with Axe having a slower start, because maybe that could have been one way, like you get a good call or something, but he is at the bottom of the course, and actually going to go for an Urn as his next item. I guess it is a great Spirit Vessel game. Outside of the
I would
cleanse.
not have guessed Urn, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Get Storm Zip, I guess, to initiate, so you don't have to have the blink right away. Storm can't find everything. Like, you need to find multiple heroes. You need to find Shadow Demon, because otherwise Disruption just saves. At some point, you're going to have to keep the Omni Knight out, because he also has Repel and Purification. And then you have to find your actual target. Also have to consider the Bat Rider might lasso you. So I don't think Nisha can be the only one who initiates. You do need the others to be ready.
So right now in this game, you have NIGMA Galaxy farming really well on the 3 cores, out farming their counterparts. The one thing Liquid does have going for them is their supports are able to farm quite a bit faster. So do you think this is going to offset enough of what NIGMA is getting out of the map right now, or like where is the eventual game plan gonna be here?
I do think it's pretty big for Liquid that the supports are richer, because the Dragonite is doing the more carry-oriented mid-build. That means it's Bat Rider who has to initiate, and Bat Rider's at the very bottom, trying to greed his way to a blink, so he has 700 gold saved towards it. But that is still a long way away. Noob now being found by the initiation on Nisha.
They actually scanned this out, and they kind of knew, and so he immediately started booking it back to the base. But they were a little further ahead than I think he expected, and yeah, Boxy, an absolute perfect placement of the shards there.
Blink halfway for Sumail. I was wondering if he was going to commit all the way into the... We saw some mid-Dragonites start going back for the Mask of Madness at the last DreamLeague. I was wondering if he was going to do that again. But he also wants to help with the initiation, so he's got a blink queued up.
There's a really good ward here. Plays from NIGMA. They are really trying to find an entry into this fight. Nisha maybe baiting him a little bit, but Sumail now finds a shield rune. I think you might just call it quits at this point. Well, I say that Noob walks forward to buy his Vanguard. Might regret it as he gets stuck inside the Wukong's command, trying to hobble away. The Dragonite comes in, the Dragon Tail connects, but Storm Spirit's gonna survive, and he'll just kite this one out.
That's definitely a big mistake. I feel you had complete vision of seeing them in that area.
Yeah, I
overestimated how tanky he was.
He, I guess, didn't see the Monkey King is the big thing. Like, they had no idea the Monkey King was there, and he did just finish the Deso before that, so now you have a Deso on a Monkey King, which is pretty good this game. Like, it's a really good Desolator game. Meanwhile, Omni is going for the Radiance. I mean, this was the carry Omni build, or the core Omni Knight build, for those that remember it. It was pretty much always the Radiance rush.
Yeah, he's got a really nice timing for it because of how well he's done. Chen is kind of good at, like, of all the supports you would have to deal with a Radiance, Chen being able to provide more AoE heals is pretty good. You lose a lot of your creeps, so it's a tough micro on you to like scatter around the Radiance. See how Tofu does on that. But at least you have Hand of God, and I believe the mech is actually... Oh, yeah, there it is. So that'll help you at least heal through the Radiance.
Banishment here on the Mickey, caught from the Demonic Purge. Sumail is here. Tofu gonna try and bait this, get as much healing in at the last second as he can, and it works. Sumail's gonna be forced to TP on out. Ajax gonna chase after Omar, and with no disruption available, they just get themselves 2 kills. Batrider dying elsewhere, I guess, to Storm Spirit, so.
Yeah, this is the... You mentioned the support net worth difference. The mech finishing the literal last second he possibly could have it to save that Monkey King. Whereas maybe if your Batrider is richer, instead of farming in the mid on your own, you're part of that play, starting with the Blink Lasso, dragging away from the Chen and his mech. So these are where the support impacts do come into play. Now GH still trying to work on the Blink, but Sumail also wants his own money, fighting for it with each other. Oh, the smoke actually breaks them off the spot here.
Okay, I wasn't sure how much duration was still left on the Firefly. This is where the stoked facet becomes a little bit scary, because now that there's a Vessel online, if GH gets caught, you know, with Battle Hunger Vessel and a Firefly running, he actually might die in just those combo of spells. Moxie?
A way to cancel Firefly?
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't. So, I remember we had a conversation with Eki in an interview, and he was like, yeah, anytime I see a Batrider pick stoked, I just pick a hero that has a dot, and I go Vessel every game.
Maybe Ace heard that interview. He's like, damn,
yeah,
I have a dot. I can build Vessel.
Jump in, finds the axe. Nisha on the backside does manage to get some space for him, but with the rest of the heroes, the Demonic Purge, they know a little bit too deep. Cut their losses. Nice pickup there for NIGMA.
We will zone Nisha off the 16-minute rune as well. Invis for Sumail. Maybe you can use this to find a kill. He's got the Blink Armlet, Invis. Time to go looking around.
Yeah, I mean, this should be a kill as long as they just get the Dragon Tail. There it is. Pretty simple to do. Immediately pings the ward. That'll be a second kill. All right, NIGMA striking back here.
Kill going to GH is quite nice. Gives him enough to finish the Blink. So now it won't just be your Dragonite starting these things.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Guardian Greaves done for Chen. Chen's win rate ended up going up, even though the hero itself got some, I'll say, rebalances. I feel there was slight nerfs, especially the mana creep change. But Mech and Greaves, and then Holy Locket being buffed is pretty good for the hero.
I mean, the scan connects, they know that this is happening. The question from Liquid is if they can make it in time, because it's not looking like they will. Roshan down to just a sliver of HP. The Centaur.
Greatest Centaur
the
spot?
MVP goes in. No, they do not manage to take it away. And with Rinseq, dead first to the Axe Call, but you do manage to trade for the Storm Spirit. Sumail now stuck inside the pit, inside the Wukong's command is not where you want to be. He's got that Aegis, gets the blink away. Snowball does come through. The Vessel is there as well, trying to toggle his way back through this. A lot of damage coming out from Noob as well on the Bristle. And the Shadow Demon doing a lot of work as well. Mickey gonna get a huge Boundless Strike, takes down the Bat Rider, but he's got a lot of problems of his own. Jump back the other way with a beautiful snowball, but it's not enough. Noob is the carry in this game right now. This Bristleback doing so much work. But they will finally cut their losses.
Overall, a win for Liquid because you take out the Aegis. You do have to run from the fight, but you only lost 2 heroes for it. 2 big heroes, I guess. But I think that's pretty good. I didn't watch how they were doing Roche. Rinseq is really low, though. I feel like you have your Bristleback tank a little of it, and then you avoid the situation where Axe walks in there and just ults the Omni right off the bat. They had no Radiance value that game, which we saw could have made a huge difference. So many of them ended up low. Imagine 5 to 10 seconds of Radiance time.
Unfortunate shards there for Boxy. Tried to split him in the Omni, but didn't quite work. Yeah, I agree. I was kind of shocked at how low the Omni was right away. Getting a kill on Tanisha, though, was pretty massive. Did manage to kind of slow down his stacking. He's up to 11 still on Galvanize, but anytime you can kill him and limit them is pretty massive. Oh, he's got Shadowblade Nisha. Looking for something. They will find Omar. Here comes the Wukongs. That is a very quick kill. A big commitment by Shards. Manages to catch Noob. Sumail looking for the Dragon Tail. Can't connect with a great dodge from Nisha. They're going to be able to try and put the pressure here onto this Bristleback, but with that Crimson Guard, he's very tanky. A quick buyback now as Nisha's looking for more. Jumps in. Rinseq, but the dunk is there. Ace got his eyes on another one. Can they continue the chase? It's going to be close. Boxy with the jump in. Walrus Punch has the snowball for the chain stun. Pulls it back with the Hurricane. Dodges the dunk, but that is 4 kills and a buyback.
Very nicely done from Liquid.
16 stacks? What?
I think they were getting a lot of kills. Nisha was hanging around that area for quite a while. They had a ward that was living, giving vision. So they bring the Monkey King in his recent Shadowblade, do a little bit more scouting. So you're able to just jump the perfect target, Shadow Demon, take him out immediately. Not only, so I know where you take out Disruption, right? That's probably what a lot of people think of first. But the ultimate cannot be understated. Even though there are items you can build that don't get dispelled, someone like Monkey King benefits a lot from Jingu, and the ultimate just means you can't build Jingu stacks. You just kite people better. The Disseminate is a lot to kill teammates, not kill teammates, save teammates, kill the enemies, either because you're using it on teammates or using it on enemies, doesn't fully matter. Losing that amplification hurts their team fight so much. Now Chen is working on Vlad. So you just go the items that can't be dispelled. You skip the Solars and things like that. Vlad's auras, Greaves will be great for his team. And I was curious how his micro would be on the Chen, but I saw it in that fight. I saw some hurricanes into Tendrils of the Deep. He's pressing those buttons.
I stand for the light.
Smoke out. Nisha's going to find Sumail. The team coming. This should be a great initiation. The Walrus Punch into the Tendrils of the Deep there, but we'll have the follow-up. More than enough damage. Axe mid lane. Needs to be careful. There's going to be the lasso. Jump in here from Rinsey. A lot of burst damage thanks to the Shadow Demon. Nice trade there from NIGMA, finding something in the process.
It's that weird portion of the game where you usually go for objectives after you find some of these kills, but A just got taken and lost. What is the next thing you go for when it feels so close? You don't feel as comfortable going for tier 2 towers, which it is much closer for some mistakes that have happened. Like, this is a huge step up for NIGMA here in game number 2.
Radiant are scanning.
NIGMA came down here trying to prepare for a fight behind the bristleback, but Liquid has not taken the bait quite yet. There are a lot of heroes down here. I think both teams know it. Everyone's being really cautious. Here comes the rest of the team. I imagine a smoke up. All right, let's see what they can find. You've got your blinks. You've got everything. Don't have any Liquid heroes in the area, though. Besides the supports, which you gotta take something, but that will not feel great for having this many heroes come down here. And I feel Liquid knows.
They got him. Blink Snowball is gonna be able to bail him out for the moment. Nice play from Boxy.
Maybe he knows Boxy will save him, even if he takes that risk. Like, once you don't see the NIGMA heroes on the rest of the map, Liquid just backs out, and they move the heroes to the other parts of the map, right? So, like, Monkey King's already up top, Axe went back to his own half. So they just continue to farm, even though, let's pretend NIGMA gets that storm kill, which would have been nice. I think you still lose gold in the big picture because the other Liquid heroes are farming the rest of the map. And you lose map control, so you can't really even take an objective. You just have to fall back to go fix your lanes.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Try to push mid, but now it's Liquid's turn to group up.
Nice TP out. Snowball, however, there to cancel it. Really well done for Boxy. I mean, in all of these engagements, it really looks like NIGMA are struggling to find, you know, kind of anything, and then you just see Liquid like, boop, yep, yeah, this guy's dead.
It helps when you have all these different heroes who can be the ones to jump in first. I also think it's a little bit of positioning, though. They gotta keep Shadow Demon further back. And maybe can't retreat as quickly, whereas the Shadow Demon is, you know, he's not a fast hero, especially because he's having a rough game, right? If he had more net worth, he could have these items help protect him. He's trying to save up for the blink so he can, you know, stand further back and jump in. But this is the downside of having a... I guess I wouldn't even say he had a terrible start, but you noted the gold difference, right? Where the cores were rich, but the supports were poor. And we've seen that come into play. We've also seen a lot of essence rings here.
What in the world?
Sumail didn't get the memo, or maybe Ace stole his. What do you think?
The king doesn't need another ring. He's fine. He can do something else.
I think the king wants another ring, though.
He's like, I already got my own ring.
I can't wear rings because I've got this duelist glove on. No space for the ring.
It doesn't fit under my glove very well, guys.
Roche is back up. Second Roche. Fairly early. Both teams making their way over. Ready to fight for this. You can't lose your Omni Knight as quickly this time in this Roche fight.
I mean, they've got Blink BKB. I feel like they're able to start the fight now, right? Like, they should be able to. But you have a Shiva's on the Storm Spirit now, fully completed. Axe with his Blink Dagger. This Monkey King is incredibly farmed. We were talking about how the the cores were struggling on NIGMA, or I'm sorry, on Liquid earlier, but Mickey has completely surpassed everybody.
Are scanning.
Full Silver Edge with the Lincoln Sphere. He is a menace. Did you manage to see the Roche like attempt right there? Like the Monkey King walking into the pit. So they're gonna smoke up themselves, and we'll see. I mean, this could be a game-deciding fight depending on how this goes. Okay, looking for the break. Gets it right away onto Nuke. Does manage to bail him out, though, with that repel. The disruption comes through as well, stuck inside the shards. They're really considering going for this. It's going to be the Axe Call. There's going to be the Wukong's command. And the dunk to secure the kill. You can't run forever. Snowball over to Sumail. He's forced to BKB. Dragon Tail with a turnaround. Nice boundless strike is there. Boxy gets bailed out. Lots of healing coming in from the Chen. Is it going to be enough? It looks like he might still survive it. Ace gets a beautiful call on to 2, and Sumail's the only one left. It's a full team wipe, baby. Oh my gosh, Liquid are just firing on all cylinders.
This is where the longer you play together, you understand how everyone thinks. It becomes easier to execute in these clutch moments. Noob is baiting at the edge of the stairs. He gets jumped. Both saves come in at the same time, repel and disruption. And sometimes that happens, right? Like, we're human, we make mistakes, but it costs you a lot. Liquid just waits out both of those saves, and then they jump him, kill him, and run down the rest of the fight. If you stagger those saves, you can probably just get him out and continue standing off for Roche.
Yeah, at this point, it's, like I said, that fight could be the one that decides the game. You now have a 16,000 gold advantage and an Aegis on the Monkey King. A bunch more items are going to start falling in here for the side of Liquid.
This is where I also think, that last Aegis fight had a lot of potential for NIGMA because there's still no response to Guardian Angel. So that could have been what they needed to win the fight. But now, even if you win the initial fight with Guardian Angel, now there's an Aegis on Mickey, so he's going to respawn and you're not going to have it again.
Oh, they try to go for the last but he gets popped by the Lincolns, instantly takes down the Batrider, but they do manage to grab Mickey. No! He's still alive! Manages to get bailed out from Boxy. Finally, the Aegis will get claimed, but that's both BKBs down, and they are stuck next to these Ice Shards. Nisha is still plenty healthy. There's the Wukong's command. The Boundless Strike connects onto another repel to try and bail out Sumail, but it's not enough. Another full team wipe here for Liquid. Ultra kill for Nisha. That might be all she wrote.
That was such a good fight for Liquid. I wasn't sure who was going to play the Chen in the draft, and I'm not saying they couldn't have swapped and also done great, but Tofu's been doing a great job with the Chen micro. The saves, the heals have barely kept his team alive in so many situations, and Boxy has been absolutely killing it with these Ice Shards. There have been so many incredible blocks, several in that same area actually, funny enough, now that I think about it. There have been several great shards in that area that help his team just keep everyone under control. You only have the blinks, so once those are used, you can't get over the Ice Shard. You're just stuck there.
Yeah, with this one, I mean, you could see they have the damage, but this is that benefit of the Aegis, like you said, from Monkey King, right? You managed to make that initiation. GH, unfortunately, goes for the lasso. Does manage to get the Tusk here. Rinsekin comes in to try and finish the job, but doesn't quite have the damage. There's going to be the repel. Wukong's command does come through. And with this, just kind of a zoning fight here, as they will all try and disengage. Mickey using that Silver Edge to just try and get some space.
NIGMA smoke up. This is probably one of your last fights. You need to turn the game around.
Lincoln Sphere now on the Nisha. Oh man, who do you initiate on? He just goes in, looks for the smokes. He knows that they're
everything.
there. Yeah, finds the whole team. Finish off the tier 2 tower. It is going to be an amplified damage for Rinseq that he picks up in the river, but let's see if they can actually find the target to jump in. They're going to look here. A nice disruption to buy some space, but Sumail gets the Dragon Tail reflected onto him. Boundless Strike comes in as well. Nuke on a sliver of HP. They will be able to take down the Shadow Demon, but can they get out? Can they save the Bristleback? He's on no HP left. Rinseq just tried his best to make it back into the base, hoping the gate will save him, but absolutely not. 4 heroes dead once again. Not a team wipe, technically an improvement.
I'm sure they're jotting that one down right now.
No, that base dies so fast.
Yeah, they're not even worried about getting the mid lane. They know they can run it straight down.
Oh my
It
god.
definitely was a step up from game 1. Maybe the greatest comeback ever, about to witness.
Yeah,
Got the buyback.
Oh, he did buyback. He did do it.
Not the greatest buyback ever to be witnessed. Unless.
Yeah, wow. Great performance from Liquid. They take this series 2-0. They look good, man.